In order to pass back grades to Universe, you first need to associate assignments with an assessment item, and that happens within the Student Success app. To get to the Student Success app, you navigate to Journey, Assignments, and then click on the Student Success app over here. Now, the first thing you'll notice when you look at the Student Success app is that there is a list of assignments which is identical to the list of assignments over here. So any assignment that you've created in Hand-In or in Turnitin will appear in this list, and they'll also appear in this list over here. Up here, you'll find the assessment items. Now, these are populated directly from Universe, and these are effectively the grades that Universe is expecting for this particular module. In order to pass back grades, you first need to associate the assignments from this list down here with these assessment items up here. Now, before you've done that mapping, Universe doesn't know anything about any of the assignments that you've created in Aula. There's no automatic integration or link where they're speaking to each other. They will only you can only export ones that you yourself or somebody, an educator within each space, has specifically associated or mapped together. Once that's done, an export button appears here and the grades can be exported to Universe. All other assignments are de facto formative assignments and Universe doesn't know anything about them. So in order to map an assignment or assignments to an assessment item, you first click on the assessment item here and you get this pop-up. Now you can map assignments to assessment items in a one-to-one relationship or a one-to-many relationship. A one-to-one relationship is, of course, very straightforward. You simply select an assignment from the list and you click Save. And now you can see this coursework is composed of one assignment. You can click on this, you can see which assignment it is. If I look at this from a student perspective, when we're looking to map a single assignment to a single assessment item, it's really a very simple process. We just pick the assignment from this list. I'm going to choose Lab Report 1, and then we click Save. Now that mapping has now happened. You can see coursework 1 composed of one assignment. If I click on this, I can always see which assignment is actually mapped. And if we look at this from a student perspective, students also now have visibility once the mapping is done. So I'm going to have a look at the student account here. This is a student in the same space. And you can see the student gets a view only, a read only version of this, this modal. So they can see that this assessment item is composed of Lab Report 1. And because Lab Report 1, she's already got 81%, she also gets the grade, her final grade for that particular coursework also automatically gets inputted up here. I also have the option to map multiple assignments to a single assessment item with weighting. So now I'm going to demo doing this. In this example, I have 4 separate quizzes that have grades. I can actually click on each individual assignment within the Student Success app and see those grades. So we all have grades for this particular quiz. For coursework 2, I would like to combine all 4 of these quizzes and then choose the weighting. So to do that, similar to before, click on here. I select the first assignment and then I just continue the process. Until all of the assignments are added. And now I have to choose the weighting. So I'm going to choose an equal weighting for all of these. And then once all of the weightings add up to 100, I'm allowed to save this particular mapping. So now you can see this coursework is composed of 4 assignments. If I click on it, I can see what they are. And again, if we look over here and we refresh this page, from a student perspective, this student now also has that visibility. They can see what the assessment item is composed of. They can see their calculated grade as well, and they can see all of the grades that that particular final grade for coursework 2 is made up of. There is one very important point to make about one-to-many mappings within the Student Success app, and that is if we click on here and we try to add another assignment and we have a look at the list, you'll notice that the only ones that I'm allowed to map once there's more than one assignment is assignments with percentages as a grade type. And that is simply because we're only passing one single grade back to Universe. We don't pass back details of each individual assignment's grade or the way that that's been calculated. We pass back one grade. So in order to make that calculation, the assignments that are mapped together must be in percentages. So it simply wouldn't work if we allowed it for freeform, for example, because that can contain anything. Pass, fail, we wouldn't be able to calculate. And similarly with letter grade, that's not possible. So you'll notice that all the other assignments that have different grade types, they are in the list, but they're grayed out at the bottom. So you can't accidentally map an assignment with the incorrect grade type, but you will be restricted from doing that. So if in advance, obviously, if you know that a contributing assignment needs to be mapped in multiples, then you have to choose percentages as a grade type when you create that assignment in Hand-in. Turn-in assignments are automatically percentages, and Hand-in assignments are percentages if you choose that as a grade type. So now I can go ahead and, sorry, I need to, it's not allowing me to save because I actually haven't changed anything. So what I have to do is just close. So that is how you map assignments to assessment items. You'll notice as soon as the mapping has happened, this export grade button appears, and now you're able to export those grades. I'll handle that in a separate video.